Hello, welcome to our channel Learn to Score. In this video, I am going to solve exercise 4 of quadratic equations chapter from 10th class mathematics. I hope you will like the video. Please subscribe to our channel for regular updates. Thank you. Question number 1 is find the nature of the roots of the following quadratic equations. If the real roots exist, then find them. We are given total 3 quadratic equations. We are asked to first find whether real roots exist or not. If the real roots exist, then we are asked to find them, right? When you are given a question like this, what we are going to do is we are going to calculate the value of the discriminant of the quadratic equation, right? We know b square minus 4ac is called the discriminant of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. We also learned that when b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, the equation is going to have two distinct real roots, or in other words, you can say that the equation is going to have two different real roots. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then we know that equation is going to have real roots, but they are equal, meaning the value of the roots is same, right? If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, we learned that equation has no real roots, right? So to solve this problem, any of these, first what we have to see is what is the value of b square minus 4ac, right? If it is greater than 0 or equal to 0, then we can say that real roots exist. Then we have to find them, right? If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then we say that real roots do not exist and we stop the problem there. So let's start with the first problem. To compute the value of the discriminant, what we have to know is what are the values of a, b, and c, right? When you compare these two equations, you can say that a equal to 2, b equal to minus 3, and c equal to 5, right? Now, let us substitute these values into b square minus 4ac. So that it can be written as minus 3 whole square minus 4 times 2 times 5, right? Here c is 5, a is 2, right? And b is minus 3. Now, you can simplify this further and say that this is minus 3 whole square is 9 and 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 5 is 40. So what you have is 9 minus 40, that is equal to, this is 31, right? So minus 31 is smaller than 0, that is less than 0. That's why we say b square minus 4ac is less than 0. So the equation 2x square minus 3x plus 5 equal to 0 has no real roots. Got it? Now let's look at the second part of the problem, that is the equation is 3x square minus 4 root 3x plus 4 equal to 0. We want to find the value of b square minus 4ac, right? For that, we have to first compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, such that you can say that a equal to 3, right? B equal to minus 4 root 3 and c equal to plus 4. Now let's substitute these so that we can find the value of b square minus 4ac. B square is minus 4 root 3 whole square minus 4ac is 4 times 3 times 4, right? When you simplify this further, you can say that minus 4 whole square is 16. That's what I have written here. Root 3 whole square is 3. And 4 times 3 times 4 is 48. Now you have 16 times 3, that is 48. 48 minus 48 equal to 0. So what you have now, b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. We learned that the equation will have real roots, but they are equal, right? So we have to now solve this equation because there are real roots, though they are equal. Since the real roots are there, we want to solve this equation. For that, we are going to make use of the quadratic formula. It is defined as x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? What are the ABC values? We have to find. A equal to 3, b equal to minus 4 root 3, and c equal to 4, right? Let's substitute these into the quadratic formula, so that you can write x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of minus b square, sorry, square root of b square, that is minus of 4 root 3 whole square minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? You simplify this and write it as 4 root 3 plus or minus square root of, this is 16 times 3 minus 48, right? This is 4 times 3 times 4 is 48. So 2 times 3 is 6. Now you have 4 root 3 plus or minus square root of 48 minus 48 divided by 6. Square root of 48 minus 48 is going to be 0, right? So what you have now is 4 root 3 plus or minus 0 divided by 6. This can be simplified and written as 2 root 3 divided by 3, right? You know, this is 3 times 2 and this is 2 times 2. Now what you have is, I have root 3 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator. So if I cancel, or if I divide both numerator and denominator with root 3, what I'm going to get here is root 3. In the denominator, in the numerator, I'm going to get 1. 2 divided by root 3 is the value of x, right? So what you can say now, 2 divided by root 3 is the root of the given equation 3x square minus 4 root 3x plus 4 equal to 0, right? Now let's look at the third part of the problem. First, we have to find whether real roots exist for this equation or not, right? To do that, we have to find the value of b square minus 4ac. To do that, let me first compare the given equation with ax square plus bx plus c, such that I can say a equal to 2, b equal to minus 6 and c equal to 3, right? This is a, this is b, and this is c. Now let's substitute these into b square minus 4ac so that we can get the value of b square minus 4ac, right? When you simplify this, what you get is b square minus 4ac equal to 12. If b square minus 4ac is 12, means you have the value of b square minus 4ac as greater than 0, right? Because 12 is a positive number, it is greater than 0. So what we can say is, the equation is going to have two distinct or two different real numbers as the roots. Let's find them now. To find that, we are going to make use of quadratic formula. For ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, the quadratic formula is defined as x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? We have a equal to 2, b equal to minus 6 and c equal to 3. Let's substitute all these values into the given formula so that we can write x equal to minus of minus 6, that is minus b, plus or minus square root of b square, that is minus 6 whole square, minus 4ac, that is going to be minus 4 times 2 times 3 divided by 2a, that is 2 times 2, right? You simplify this further and write it as 6 plus or minus square root of 36 minus 24 divided by 4, right? 36 minus 24 is 12. That's why let me write the equation as 6 plus or minus square root of 12 divided by 4. This can be further simplified and written as 6 plus or minus 2 root 3 divided by 4. 12 can be written as 12 root 12 equal to root 4 times 3, right? That can be written as root 4 times root 3 also. It means 2 root 3. That's what I have written here. Root 12 is written as 2 root 3. Now you see here 6 is even number and here 2 is even number, here 4 is even number, right? I can cancel everything, meaning I can divide everything with number 2. 6 can be written as 3 times 2 and 2 can be written as 1 times 2 and 4 can be written as 2 times 2, right? Now what you have is 3 plus or minus square root of 3 divided by 2. That is the value of x. I can take plus so that I'll have one root as 3 plus root 3 divided by 2, that can be written as 3 by 2 plus root 3 by 2, right? So when I use the negative sign seen here, x is going to be 3 minus root 3 divided by 2, that can be written as 3 by 2 minus root 3 by 2, right? So to answer the question, the roots of the given equation are 3 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 and 3 by 2 minus root 3 by 2. These are the roots of given equation 2x square minus 6x plus 3 equal to 0. Got it? Question number 2 is find the value of k for each of the following quadratic equations so that they have two equal roots. We are given two equations, they are quadratic equations, and we are asked to find the values of k for which the equations are going to have two equal roots. Based on the value of b square minus 4ac, we were able to say whether the roots are going to be equal or not, whether the roots are going to be distinct or not, whether roots are going to be real roots or not, right? So what it says is, when you have to find the value of k for the first equation, what you have to do is you have to equate b square minus 4ac of that equation to 0, right? So that the roots are going to be equal and real roots. That's what we learned, right? When b square minus 4ac equal to 0, then ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is going to have two real and equal roots, right? Now let's find b square minus 4ac of this particular equation. To do that, let me compare the given equation with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. When you do that, you can say that a equal to 2, right? B equal to plus k and c equal to 3. Let's substitute these into b square minus 4ac equal to 0. When you do that, you can write it as k square minus 4 times 2 times 3, that is b square minus 4ac, right? Let me simplify this such that I can write it as k square minus 24. That has to be equal to 0, right? If you want to have two equal roots, then b square minus 4ac, that is k square minus 24, has to be equal to 0. Now we have to find value of k from this equation. K square minus 24 equal to 0 can be written as k square equal to 24, right? So I can write k equal to square root of 24. So to answer the question, you say that 2x square plus root 24x plus 3 equal to 0 will have two equal roots. We are asked to find what is the value of k for which the equation is going to have two equal roots, right? K equal to root 24 is the answer, and this is the equation. Got it? Now let's look at the second equation, that is kx times x minus 2 plus 6 equal to 0. This is the equation. Let's write this in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So for that, let me multiply these three. Sorry, kx times x equal to kx square. Kx times minus 2 equal to minus 2kx plus 6 equal to 0. This is looking similar to the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, right? Now let's compare the given equation with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 so that we know the values of a, b, c. Then we can substitute them into this equation, b square minus 4ac equal to 0, so that we can compute the value of k. Let's first get what are the values of a, b, c. A, this is going to be b, and this is going to be c, right? A equal to k, b equal to minus 2k, and c equal to 6. Let's substitute them into b square minus 4ac equal to 0. b square minus 4ac can be written as minus 2k whole square minus 4 times k times 6, right? You simplify this further, you can write minus 2k whole square as 4k square, and this is going to be 24k. That's why we have written it as minus 24k. This has to be equal to 0 for the equation to have equal roots, right? Now 4k square minus 24k equal to 0 is the equation we have to solve such that we can get the value of k, right? The given equation can be written as 4k square equal to 24k. What I have done is I have transposed this minus 24k to the other side. Now you have equation as 4k square equal to 24k. Let me divide both the sides of the equation with k. When I do that, the equation becomes 4k equal to 24, right? Now let me transpose this 4 to the other side so that k can be written as 24 by 4, that is equal to 6, right? K equal to 6 is the answer we are looking for. And when you substitute k equal to 6 into the equation, this equation becomes 6x square minus 12x plus 6 equal to 0. This will have two equal roots. Got it? Question number 3 is it possible to design a rectangular mango groove whose length is twice its breadth and the area is 800 meters square? If so, find its length and breadth. The first part of the problem statement is it possible to design a rectangular mango groove whose length is twice its breadth and area is 800 meters square? Got it? We have to design a rectangular mango groove whose length is twice its breadth and the area is 800 meters square. Is it possible? That is the first question. If possible, then we have to find what is the length and what is the breadth, right? Now let's formulate the quadratic equation or represent the given statement as a quadratic equation first, right? To do that, let's assume the breadth of the given rectangle as x meters. If breadth is x meters, length is twice its breadth. It means length is going to be 2x meters, right? The rectangular mango groove looks like this. You have width equal to x or breadth equal to x and length equal to 2x and area is 800 square meters, right? Now we know that area of rectangle can be written as length times width. That means 2x times x equal to 800 meters square. 2x times x is 2x square. 2x square equal to 800 is the equation that can be written as 2x square minus 800 equal to 0, right? This is a quadratic equation. When you compare this quadratic equation with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, you say that a equal to 2, b is not, the term containing bx is not seen here. That's why you say that b equal to 0 and c is minus 800. Let's write that. A equal to 2, b equal to 0 and c equal to minus 800. Now let me find the value of b square minus 4ac. This is the discriminant of the quadratic equation, right? If b square minus 4ac value is greater than 0 or equal to 0, then we are going to have real roots, right? Then only the design is feasible. We can say that. So b square minus 4ac is going to be 0 minus 4 times 2 times minus 800, right? This can be written as 6400. B square minus 4ac is equal to 6400. This is greater than 0. That's why we can say that the equation is going to have two distinct real roots. So we can find these roots. It means we can find the value of breadth, right? Roots of this particular equation, 2x square minus 800 equal to 0, is going to give what is the value of x, right? That value of x is value of breadth. Once you know the breadth, you know the length. So what essentially it is saying is, when you have two distinct real roots, one of the roots is going to be your breadth and then you can find the length. It means we can design the rectangular mango groove, right? But designing that, we have to find the roots of this particular equation. When you find roots of this particular equation, you know the breadth. And once you know the breadth, you can find the length, right? To do that, let us make use of quadratic formula. Quadratic formula is x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? We know a equal to 2, b equal to 0, and c equal to minus 800. Let's substitute them so that we can find the value of x. Zero plus or minus square root of 0 minus 4 times 2 times minus 800 divided by 2 times a, that is equal to 2 times 2, right? So when you simplify this, you can write it as x equal to 0 plus or minus square root of 6400 divided by 4. That can be further written as 0 plus or minus 80 divided by 4, right? I can take plus symbol. In that case, x is going to be 80 by 4, that is equal to 20, right? If I take negative symbol, negative sign shown here, then it is going to be, x is going to be minus 80 by 4, that is equal to minus 20. Breadth of the rectangle cannot be a negative number. That's why we drop this. We only consider x equal to 20, right? Let me say that breadth of the rectangle is x equal to 20 meters and length of the rectangle is 2x, that is 2 times 20, that is equal to 40 meters. Got it? So breadth is 20 meters and length is 40 meters. This is the answer we are looking for, right? Question number 4 is the sum of the ages of two friends is 20 years. 4 years ago, the product of their ages in years was 48. Is the situation possible? If so, determine their present ages. You see, at present, sum of the ages of two friends is 20 years. 4 years ago, if you go and then take their product of their ages, it was 48. Is the situation possible? That is the first thing we are asked to find. If so, we are asked to find their present ages. What we have to do is we have to write quadratic equation for the given statements, right? Sum of the ages of two friends is 20 years and 4 years ago the product of their ages is 48 years. For using these two statements, we have to first write the quadratic equation. Then is the situation possible? This we have to answer by finding the value of discriminant of the quadratic equation, right? If the value is greater than 0 or equal to 0, we are going to get real roots. It means we are going to have certain numbers as the present age of the people, right? Otherwise, if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then you are not going to get the roots as real numbers. That's why you are not going to have this kind of situation possible, right? Let's solve this now. Let's assume the present age of person 1 is x years. Two friends are there, right? First person I am calling person 1, his age is x years. And look at the first statement. The sum of the ages of two friends is 20 years. It means age of person 2 is going to be 20 minus x years, right? The first guy or first person is having x years age. The second person has to be having 20 minus x years as his age, so that their sum is going to be 20. Got it? Now, let's go back to 4 years. 4 years ago, the first person 1 is going to have age as x minus 4 years, right? X is present age and 4 years ago, that's why we have written it as x minus 4 years, right? Now, for person 2, the present age is 20 minus x years. 4 years ago, it is going to be 20 minus x minus 4. That can be written as 16 minus x years, right? And the product of these two ages, x minus 4 and 16 minus x equal to 48. This is the statement given, right? So x minus 4 times 16 minus x equal to 48. Let's convert this into quadratic equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. For that, let me first multiply term by term, x times 16, x times minus 4 times 16, minus 4 times minus x. That is equal to 48. Let's simplify this further so that I can write this as 16x minus x square minus 64 plus 4x. That is equal to 48. Now look at this. I have 4x, I have 16x. We can club them so that it is 20x minus x square minus 64 equal to 48. Right? Now let me transpose either this 48 to this side, you can transpose, or otherwise you can bring everything to this side. Let me do that so that x square is going to have positive sign when it goes to the other side, right? Let's do that. When I do that, on LHS side, I will be having only 0. X square minus x square becomes plus x square, and plus 20x becomes minus 20x, and minus 64 becomes plus 64, and this 48 is as is. Now let's add these two, right? So that I can write the equation as x square minus 20x plus 112 equal to 0. Right? This is the quadratic equation. Now we have to find the value of b square minus 4ac. Let's compare the given equation with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 so that I can say a equal to 1, b equal to minus 20, and c equal to 112, right? Let's substitute these into b square minus 4ac so that we can get the value of b square minus 4ac. When you simplify it, you get b square minus 4ac equal to minus 48. This is less than 0, right? We know that when b square minus 4ac is less than 0, you will have no real roots for the given equation, right? If the real roots are not there, meaning a's of the roots of this particular equation are going to be the values of x, right? And we said that present age of person 1 is x years. If x is not a real number as per this, then how will you say that it is his age? Age is a real number, right? That's why we say that the given situation is not possible. If some of the ages of two persons is 20 years present, and 4 years ago the product of their ages in years was 48, this situation was not possible. It can be a different number for this, or it can be a different number for this. Then there is a possibility. Got it? Question number 5 is it possible to design a rectangular park of perimeter 80 meters and area 400 meters square? Look at this. Perimeter has to be 80 meters and area has to be 400 meters square. If so, if you can design such thing, then what is its length and what is its breadth? This is a question asked. So we are going to take the similar route. First, we have to convert this given statement into a quadratic equation. Once you have the quadratic equation, you find the value of discriminant b square minus 4ac. If it is less than 0, then you can say that you cannot get length and breadth, right? Because roots are not real numbers. In the other case, when b square minus 4ac is greater than 0 or equal to 0, there is a possibility that you can design such a rectangular park. Let's start with formulating the equation. For that, let me assume that length and width of the rectangle as x and y meters respectively. Breadth and width are same, right? Length and breadth of the rectangle as x and y meters respectively. Perimeter is given 80 meters, right? We know that perimeter of the rectangle is 2 times length plus 2 times width, right? That's why I have written it as 2 times x plus 2 times y, that is equal to 80, right? This is one equation we have. Now area is given, that is 400 meters square. Area can be written as length times width, that is x times y, that is equal to 400. right? X times y equal to 400 can be written as x equal to 400 divided by y. What I'm going to do is I'm going to transpose this y to this side so that x can be written as 400 divided by y. Now let me substitute that x equal to 400 by y into this equation, right? When you do that, it is going to be 2 times 400 by y plus 2 times y equal to 80, right? We assumed two different variables, but we are converting that into an equation containing only one variable because we have two such equations, right? You have one equation 2x plus 2y equal to 80, another equation xy equal to 400. Using these two equations, we were in a position to write an equation which has got only one variable, right? Now let's simplify the expression on left hand side. That is going to be 800 by y plus 2y equal to 80, right? 800 by y plus 2y by 1 or 2y can be written as, the denominator is going to be y, right? You have 800. This y divided by this y is 1 plus 2y. Let me write it as is. This y divided by 1 is going to be y. Now let me write this. 800 times 1 plus 2y times y divided by y equal to 80. This can be written as 800 plus 2y square. 2y times y is 2y square divided by y equal to 80 by 1. I can do the cross multiplication now. When I do the cross multiplication, it is going to be 800 plus 2y square equal to 80y. Let me transpose this 80y to the other side so that it can be written as 2y square minus 80y plus 800 equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation representing these two statements together, right? Now we have to find the value of b square minus 4ac. For that, let me compare the given equation with ay square plus by plus c equal to 0. This is the generic form of quadratic equation when the variable is y, right? When the variable is x, we write it as ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. When variable is y, you can write it as ay square plus by plus c equal to 0, right? Now let's compare these two so that I can say a equal to 2, b equal to minus 80 and c equal to 800, right? Let's find the value of b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. When you substitute a equal to 2, b equal to minus 80 and c equal to 800 into b square minus 4ac and simplify, you get its value as 0. Since b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, we can say that the equation has real roots and they are equal, right? Now it tells you that, okay, you will be able to find what is, when you have an equation like 2y square minus 80y plus 800 equal to 0, and when b square minus 4ac equal to 0, it says that, okay, you can find a real value for y, right? Since the roots of the equation is going to be real, the value of y is going to be real, right? It means width of the rectangle is a real number. Once you know width of the rectangle is a real number, you can find length of the rectangle, that is 400 by y, that is also going to be a real number. Then you can say that we can design, right? We can design the park. So let's solve this equation to find width of the rectangle first. Once you know the width of the rectangle, then you can find its length, right? For that, we are going to make use of quadratic formula, that is x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? And we know values of a, b and c. Let's substitute them into this equation so that x is going to be 80 plus or minus 0 divided by, y is going to be 80 plus or minus 0 divided by 4, right? It means y equal to 20. Now we got y as 20. It is a real number. We know now what is the relation for x and y. X equal to 400 by y, right? That is 400 divided by 20. That is also equal to 20. Look at this. Y is 20 and x is also 20, meaning length and breadth both are same, right? That cannot be a rectangular park. That will be a square shaped park, right? That's why I'm saying, since length is equal to width in this particular case, though we were able to find roots of the given quadratic equation and then find length and breadth, we are still not in a position to design a rectangular park. What you would be designing is a park in square shape. Let me write this answer. It is not possible to design a rectangular park of perimeter 80 meters and area 400 meters square. Look at this. If you change the perimeter, there may be a possibility. Or if you change the area, there may be a possibility to design rectangular park. But with these two numbers, 80 meters as the perimeter and area equal to 400 meters square, it is not possible to design a rectangular park. Please note this. I hope you like the video. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel Learn to Score. Thank you.